Do you ever find yourself wondering what your favorite celebrities might look like if they'd never undergone any cosmetic surgery? In a world that's obsessed with perfection, where filters, fillers, and facelifts frequently blur the line between natural beauty and artificial glamour, you might find yourself wondering this. We now have the ability to take a glimpse into a parallel reality, one in which the process of aging is not masked but rather welcomed. This is made possible by artificial intelligence. In this article, we're revealing decades worth of enhancements, ranging from legendary icons such as Cher and Diana Ross to Hollywood regulars such as Meg Ryan and Sylvester Stallone. Curiosity, contrast, and the power of time are the topics that are being discussed here. Judgment is not the focus. Now, fasten your seatbelts because artificial intelligence has just pressed the rewind button, and the results are just as shocking as they are human. Cher without surgery? AI reveals the face time tried to hide. Cher was born as Sherilyn Sarkisian in 1946. She rose to fame as part of Sonny and Cher in the 1960s. She transitioned into a music star, fashion model, and film icon over time. Cher has been open about her aging and cosmetic procedures. AI allows us to see how she would look without surgical changes, softer skin, and a more relaxed appearance, but still recognizably Cher. This natural visualization stands in contrast to her public image as an ageless goddess and prompts introspection regarding the reasons why women in the entertainment industry feel the need to visually disregard the passage of time, even when their talent doesn't require any modification. Dolly Parton's natural look. AI removes the glamour shield. Dolly Parton was born in 1946 in rural Tennessee. Dolly is a country music legend, an actress by profession, and an entrepreneur known for her intelligence and self-made empire. Dolly has never run away from telling about her enhancements. Basically, she made a trademark of her big hair, a face that's high, and a perfect enhanced figure that people imagine or dream of. Still, AI draws her unaltered and original without any corrections. High cheekbones, softened by age, wrinkles around her eyes from aging and life hurdles, an elegance that's calm and rooted in reality. This contrast highlights her personal courage in owning her choices, while also challenging viewers to consider how society might react to such a powerful woman if she'd taken a more natural approach to aging rather than reinforcing a glamorized image of herself. Madonna's real aging face. AI unmasks the Queen of Pop. Madonna Louise Ciccone was born in 1958. From the 1980s onward, she was able to transform pop culture through provocative music, fashion, and performances, which earned her the title the Queen of Pop. The fashion icon Madonna, who is obsessed with reinventing herself, is said to have constantly updated her appearance and allegedly her face in order to stay relevant. A version that's not been altered by fillers or lifts is revealed by artificial intelligence. This version has prominent smile lines, graceful skin folds, and the intensity of age that's earned through experience. Compared to the frozen and polished version that's currently being performed on stage, this is a striking contrast. If she were to age naturally, would she still be captivating? It's likely. The high cost of maintaining youth, however, is brought into sharp relief by this, given that legacy alone ought to be sufficient to captivate. Goldie Hawn. Natural beauty? AI tells a different story. Having been born in 1945, Goldie Hawn rose to prominence in the late 1960s thanks to the television show Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In. She went on to become one of the most well-liked comedic actresses in Hollywood. Goldie's youthful appearance has been the subject of fascination for a very long time. She's already well known for her contagious laugh and her radiant spirit. The artificial intelligence envisions her with the telltale signs of natural aging, such as crow's feet, smile lines, and a face that is gracefully aged. Despite this, the joy and charisma that characterize her continue to be left unfiltered. The portrayal of her by AI raises the question of whether or not her career or public perception would have changed if she'd aged naturally, or whether or not her magnetic personality would have always been the centerpiece of attention. Diana Ross through AI's eyes. No surgery, just soul. Diana Ross, who was born in 1944, became one of the most famous singers in the history of Motown and a symbol of the power that black women have in the music industry. She rose to fame as the lead singer of the Supremes. Ross has maintained her stunning appearance over the years, and it's frequently speculated that she's undergone some subtle cosmetic enhancements, although this has never been confirmed. AI reveals her inner natural state, with her regal cheekbones becoming more rounded and her skin reflecting wisdom rather than appearance alone. However, her gaze, which is soulful, fierce, and proud, has not changed. It's not a loss of glamour that this imagined natural version is, but rather a celebration of the soulful endurance that it possesses. The fact that it's sung down through the generations serves as a reminder that legacy is not written in bone structure. Joan Rivers without a single procedure. Unrecognizable? Comedian Joan Rivers was born in 1933. She became a red carpet icon with her biting humor and fearless wit, breaking barriers for women in stand-up comedy and becoming a successful performer. Joan did not hide the fact that she had undergone dozens of cosmetic procedures, and she turned them into comedic gags. At one point, she made a joke about having everything done except her toes on. The artificial intelligence removes the procedures to reveal a Joan with sagging skin, eyes that are kind, and wrinkles that express emotion. In light of the fact that her identity became so intertwined with the surgical transformation, it's almost unreal to try to picture her in her natural form. This interpretation forces us to consider whether her self-deprecating humor was a mask or a cry for acceptance in an industry that's highly discriminatory toward older people. Michael Jackson's face if he'd never changed it. AI imagines it. Before his untimely death in 2009, Michael Jackson, who was born in 1958, rose from being a child star in the Jackson 5 to becoming a global superstar and being referred to as the King of Pop. Under the influence of rumors and procedures that were confirmed, Michael underwent a significant transformation over the course of his life. His skin color, nose shape, and jawline all changed. Artificial intelligence reimagines him with the features of the 1980s, which are older but still recognizable. A rounder nose, darker skin, and fuller cheeks. It's a view that's both haunting and humanizing by depicting what might have been if insecurity and fame hadn't come into such a tragic collision. In addition to this, it compels us to question the part that racism and the media played in the formation of his self-image. Priscilla Presley without any cosmetic help. Shocking truth? Priscilla Presley, who was born in 1945, rose to prominence as a result of her role as Elvis Presley's wife. She went on to manage his estate and act in films and television shows. One time, Priscilla's beauty was instrumental in defining an era. Her altered appearance over the past few years has garnered both criticism and sympathy from members of the public. Artificial intelligence creates a version of the face that's not been altered by surgical procedures. It has wrinkles that are graceful and appear to be the result of experience rather than erasure. Fans are able to see what decades of grace might have looked like thanks to this reimagining, which encourages empathy rather than judgment and raises questions about the pressures that led her down the path of cosmetic change. Kenny Rogers untouched. AI reveals the cowboy's real face. Having been born in 1938, Kenny Rogers was a country music legend who achieved success with songs such as The Gambler. In a later statement, he expressed regret regarding his plastic surgery. While Kenny's voice matured like a bottle of fine whiskey, his face did not experience the same fate. AI presents a what-if image, which is certainly aged but contains a great deal of the warmth and ruggedness that fans remember. With this imagined version, the friendly, weathered face that matched his storytelling is brought back to life. It's a powerful visual that reflects authenticity, which was something that ultimately mattered more to his fans than a few extra wrinkles might have. Raquel Welch with zero enhancements, a timeless beauty. Born in 1940, Raquel Welch rose to prominence as a sex icon during the 1960s and 1970s, becoming well known for her stunning appearance and commanding presence on screen. Raquel was lauded for a long time for her ability to appear to defy age. Despite the fact that she denied having extensive procedures, her youthful appearance sparked debate. The artificial intelligence portrays her in a manner that is similar to how she might have appeared in her natural state. glamorous with softer lines and a grace that's been worn down over time. This version demonstrates that beauty does not diminish with age, rather it deepens with age. Our society's preoccupation with youthful beauty is called into question by the AI rendering, as is the question of whether or not icons such as Welch were ever given the opportunity to age according to their own terms. Sylvester Stallone's natural aging. AI cuts the Botox. Sylvester Stallone, who was born in 1946, became famous primarily for his role as Rocky, an underdog boxer, and for his role in the Rambo franchise, which solidified his position as an action hero. It's well known that Sylvester Stallone, who is known for his gritty characters and bulging muscles, has subtly used cosmetic procedures in order to enhance his iconic features for the camera. How would he appear if he were to age naturally without any outside influence? In contrast to the image he's maintained, artificial intelligence creates a face that's rough and wrinkled from the passage of time and the challenges he's faced. As a result, his legacy would have been enhanced as a real-life fighter rather than an airbrushed hero. And this serves as a reminder that his age could have contributed to his brand rather than detracting from it. Hector Elizondo's real look. What if he never got work done? Hector Elizondo is a veteran character actor who was born in 1936. He's best known for his roles in the films Pretty Women and Chicago Hope, as well as by his appearances in several Gary Marshall films. Over the course of a considerable amount of time, Elizondo has managed to keep his appearance refined and consistent. This is most likely the result of subtle procedures rather than dramatic changes. Even though he's getting older, the artificial intelligence imagines that he has deeper wrinkles, soft drooping features, and age spots that tell a story. This is despite the fact that he's getting older. The altered version does not lessen his powerful presence, rather it amplifies it. His presence is enhanced by the altered version. This demonstrates that character actors, who are frequently overshadowed by glamour, are able to embody authenticity and age gracefully without the use of surgical enhancements. Character actors are often overlooked because of their glamorous appearance. Jane Fonda without the lifts. AI brings her back to basics. Jane Fonda was born in 1937, an award-winning actress, a fitness freak, and a hidden activist who's been in the limelight for the past 6 decades. Jane has once openly admitted that she had undergone plastic surgery, once saying, "I wish I was brave enough to age naturally." AI gives us a chance to show Jane how she would look today without any cosmetic work, presenting a version of Jane that has the characteristic signs of natural aging, such as smile lines, neck folds, and graceful gray hair. But her piercing gaze and ferocious energy are still present. This contrast demonstrates that her power has never been derived from a face that's free of wrinkles. Rather, it's been derived from an unwavering sense of purpose and presence. Meg Ryan's unaltered beauty. Could she have aged gracefully? Meg Ryan, born in 1961, When Harry Met Sally and Sleepless in Seattle are 2 examples of romantic comedies that helped her become the sweetheart of the United States. Once admired for her sweet charisma and expressive face, but unfortunately it wasn't long before fans got shocked, so that for fans, we have got the original Meg back, giving her fans a glimpse how she would have looked today without any operations. Untouched soft laugh lines, expressive eyebrows, and as well as the same affable air that ended up making her so adored. It presents a highly moving what-if possibility. Could she have stayed in the spotlight in the event that she had defied the ageist expectations of Hollywood? The answer seems to be a yes, and this can be demonstrated through visualization. Teri Hatcher without fillers. AI says yes to natural aging. Born in 1964, Teri Hatcher was best known for her roles in Lois and Clark and Desperate Housewives, in which she was appreciated for both her looks and her natural acting in comedy. Teri has denied any look enhancement surgeries, but has said that she's done non-intrusive surgeries. Even those minor enhancements can be removed by AI to visualize her untouched natural puffiness under the eyes, skin that's relaxed, and a gentle aging appearance around the jawline. Her smile, however, continues to exude an air of self-assurance. As a reminder, charisma and personality are not something that can be injected. Rather, they're something that are built from the inside out. Here, Teri is less Hollywood perfect and more powerfully human, than she was in the previous version. Artificial intelligence rewinds the clock on Donatella Versace's natural face. Donatella Versace, who was born in 1955, became famous for her daring persona and dramatic appearance after she took over the Versace fashion empire to succeed her brother Gianni, who had passed away in a tragic accident. In the same way that her designs have become iconic, Donatella's appearance has also become controversial. In her imagination, she does not have pronounced lips, skin that's tightened, or features that are pronounced. It's a startling result, a woman who's friendlier, more approachable, and possesses a natural elegance that's European. This perspective does not lessen her edge, rather it increases her vulnerability and possibly the intensity of the pain and pressure that she's been subjected to. It illustrates what can occur when a person's identity is formed more by the experience of loss than by their own free will. You won't believe the difference that Rinna has made without using lip fillers. Born in 1963, Rinna first rose to prominence on the daytime soap opera Days of Our Lives. She went on to become a mainstay on the reality television show The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Not only have Lisa's oversized lips become her signature, but they're also frequently the subject of jokes. By removing the fillers, artificial intelligence is able to present a more sophisticated, traditional beauty with expressive features. It's not just the lips that change, it's the overall character of her appearance as well. She's no longer cartoonish. Rather, she appears to be more grounded, which enhances the natural charisma that she possesses. In this version, the thin line that separates a personal brand from public ridicule is the context of modern fame is brought to light. Unfiltered. An artificial intelligence is imagining Melanie Griffith's natural glow. Melanie Griffith was born in 1957 and has appeared in films such as Working Girl and Something Wild. She was also a member of one of the most influential couples in Hollywood at one point, which was with Antonio Banderas. Melanie is not shy about addressing the criticism she's received for the cosmetic procedures she's undergone. AI provides us with a portrait of her that's not been altered in any way. She is aging, but she still retains the playful charm and delicate features that initially captivated audiences. Although this reimagining provides a glimpse of vulnerability and resilience, it also raises deeper questions, such as whether or not she would have been subjected to the same level of scrutiny if she'd simply accepted time as it was. More likely than not, and this is where the tragedy lies. Is it possible that time will be kind to Courtney Cox without surgery? During the late 1990s and early 2000s, Courtney Cox, who was born in 1964, became a cultural icon thanks to her role as Monica on Friends. She rose to fame throughout this time period. In particular, Courtney has expressed regret regarding certain cosmetic enhancements, particularly fillers. Soft crow's feet, a gentler smile, and that signature expressive brow are some of the features that are brought back to her face by artificial intelligence. This is what her face might have looked like if she had aged naturally. The image that's envisioned is eerily reminiscent and eerily familiar, as if one were to see a close friend once more. It demonstrates that time can be fair, provided that it's allowed to operate without interference. Surprisingly stunning is Nicole Kidman when she can be seen without any makeup on. Nicole Kidman, who was born in 1967, is an actress who's won an Academy Award and is known for her roles in Moulin Rouge, The Hours, and Big Little Lies. She's admired not only for her porcelain beauty, but also for her acting range. Botox and fillers have been the subject of public speculation. Despite Nicole's insistence that she only uses them in a minimal capacity, AI gives her the appearance of natural signs of aging, such as fine lines around her eyes, a softer jawline, and skin that glows not as a result of treatments, but rather as a result of leading a full life. This fictitious Nicole does not lose her elegance, rather she develops a greater emotional depth. The idea that a flawless face is synonymous with continued stardom is called into question, and it demonstrates that talent, and not makeup, is what keeps her looking timeless. What would Kim Kardashian look like if she didn't have any artificial enhancements? She was born in 1980, and she's turned her fame from reality television into a brand worth $1 billion. She's influenced popular culture in a variety of ways, including Keeping Up with the Kardashians, beauty empires, and shapewear. The influence that Kim has had on contemporary beauty standards is unrivaled, and many aspects of her appearance, including her flawless skin, sculpted nose, and curved hips, have been widely speculated to have been enhanced. The artificial intelligence removes all that, revealing a Kim who is naturally beautiful, but much more approachable. As her jawline becomes more gentle, her lips become more subdued, and the iconic body shape becomes more relaxed and less extreme. This version encourages us to contemplate the ways in which fame and filters can distort perception, as well as the potential legacy that Kim could leave behind if she'd not incorporated cosmetic intervention into her rise to fame. Kris Jenner, a matriarch without the mask, the naturally aged photographer. Kris Jenner, who was born in 1955, is most likely the person responsible for the Kardashian-Jenner empire. She was the matriarch and manager of the family, and she reimagined what it meant to be a momager. It's likely that Kris has been able to maintain her youthful and sharp appearance with the assistance of cosmetic treatments. But suppose she hadn't done that. The artificial intelligence projects her natural aging, which includes silver streaks in her hair, deep wrinkles, and a gentle maternal presence that stands in contrast to her corporate persona. The quality of this version is not diminished, rather it's more genuine. Artificial intelligence reveals that strength can come not only from control and glamour, but also from honesty and grace in aging. This is accomplished by removing the mask of perfection. The unfiltered appearance of Caitlyn Jenner, both before and after the spotlight. Prior to her public transition in 2015, Caitlyn Jenner, who was born Bruce Jenner in 1949, had already won a gold medal at the Olympics. Since then, she's become a prominent figure in the transgender community. Both gender affirmation and age-defying cosmetic work have been things that Caitlyn has done throughout her journey. Additionally, AI provides a view of her face in its natural state, both before and after the transition. This dual rendering highlights the raw emotional complexity that's present. In addition to politics or the noise of the media, it humanizes her. An aging face that's marked by courage, struggle, and identity is revealed in the unfiltered version, regardless of whether it's seen as Bruce or Caitlyn. This facial expression serves to remind us that true transformation is not only physical, but also spiritual. Before the scalpel, artificial intelligence reimagines the star Heidi Montag. While she was on the hills in the 2000s, Heidi Montag became famous. She became famous for undergoing 10 cosmetic procedures in a single day when she was in her early 20s, which caused a lot of controversy. Throughout her life, Heidi has experienced fame, insecurity, and regret. AI showcases her natural appearance, which includes rounded cheeks, soft features, and a youthful vibrancy that's not been altered by surgical procedures. In contrast to her post-surgery appearance, which struggled to maintain its innocence and relatability, this version manages to do so. When we look at the rendering, we're prompted to consider the harm that Hollywood's obsession with beauty can cause to young women who are looking for validation. There were times when the most courageous decision would have been to maintain one's natural state. Natural face of Lil Kim. Artificial intelligence restores her first fame look. Lil Kim, who was born in 1974, was a pioneering rapper who is famous for her daring style and her lyrics that revealed no fear. Her face underwent a significant transformation over the course of her life, which sparked widespread speculation. The transformation that Lil Kim underwent was extreme and frequently heartbreaking for fans who remembered her beauty from the 1990s. The artificial intelligence restores her natural glow, which includes high cheekbones, a confident smile, and radiant skin. This photograph illustrates how her self-image was damaged as a result of fame, colorism, and the scrutiny of the public. This is not a portrait of vanity, rather it's a portrait of a woman who is attempting to shield herself from a world that looks down on her too harshly. A return to pride and power is what the natural version is all about. From a 90s icon to an artificial intelligence natural beauty, Lara Flynn Boyle. With a haunting beauty that exemplifies the cool of the 1990s Hollywood, Lara Flynn Boyle, who was born in 1970, became famous for her roles in the television shows Twin Peaks and The Practice. The sharp features and icy presence that Lara possessed made her an indelible memory. However, after a number of years, fans were surprised by the cosmetic changes. AI brings her back to her original path, which means that she's aging subtly but still stunning in a way that evokes feelings of dignity and nostalgia. It begs the question, if she had accepted the natural process of aging, would she have been able to maintain her prominence for a longer period of time? It would appear that the answer is yes, which supports the idea that Hollywood's fear of age can sometimes prevent stars from being their most genuine selves. Had Jennifer Grey not been hired for the nose job, what might have happened? Jennifer Grey was born in 1960 and became a household name after starring in Dirty Dancing. However, her life and career trajectory were altered when she underwent a nose job due to the surgery. When Jennifer made the decision to get a nose job, it had a significant impact on both her appearance and, to some extent, her fame. A face that's instantly recognizable, carrying grace and character, is what the artificial intelligence imagines her to look like if she had aged over time but not undergone that surgery. This rendering serves as a reminder that shifting the characteristics that made her special required more than just a feature. It required a legacy. Her story serves as a powerful cautionary tale about the consequences of conforming to beauty standards that do not honor different people's unique qualities. Unaltered Barry Manilow. Artificial intelligence displays his actual age. Born in 1943, Barry Manilow is a legendary figure in the world of music, famous for his songs such as Mandy and Copacabana. Because of his altered appearance, he's frequently been seen in the news. As a result of the significant changes that have occurred to Barry's face, many of his fans have experienced feelings of nostalgia for the expressive charm that he possessed when he was younger. Artificial intelligence provides us with a version that's not been altered in any way, including softened features, gentle wrinkles around the eyes, and a friendly, approachable appearance. What if his appearance had been allowed to age alongside his voice? His voice never grew old. This fictitious image is a tribute to a man whose talent never required any kind of cosmetic support. All he required was the liberty to age like a melody that was played slowly and accurately. If you've watched the video till here, that means you've enjoyed the video. Subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the notifications bell icon